Our next problem says if $800 is invested at 9% compounded quarterly, what is the interest earned after 4 years? So compounded and quarterly is what we'll need. So first you need your formula, which for compounded interest is A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. A is your accumulated amount, so what you have at the end. P is your principal that you put in at the beginning. R is your interest rate as a decimal. N is your compounding intervals. They said compounding quarterly. Quarterly is 4. So N is going to be 4. And our time is also 4 in this particular problem. So let's put in what we know. We know our principal is $800. Our rate is 9%. Switch it to a decimal. 0.09 divided by N is your compounding intervals. So 4, and this is going to be raised to the 4 times 4, your N times T. Right, so let's work out this parentheses first, and we're going to go from the inside out. The first thing I would do is punch into my calculator 0.09 divided by 4. Just leave it sitting there and add 1. You should get 1.0225. Go ahead and work out the 4 times 4 in your head, which is 16. Right? And now we will raise. So clear out and do 1.0225 to the 16th power. You will get 1.427621457. Just leave that sitting in your calculator and multiply it by 800. It gives us 1142.097. And I'm not going to need those other numbers at the end. Right? We want to know, though, how much interest. This is telling us how much is accumulated in the account. So to just get the interest, we need to subtract off the 800 that we put in originally. So if we subtract 800 from this, that will tell us how much interest we earned, which is $342.097. I'll put that there for a second. And we want to round to the nearest cent. So the 7 is going to push us up, which will push it on to 10 cents. So 342.10. Now, this is your interest earned after 4 years. We're going to redo the same problem except do it for 8 years. So we'll use the same formula. We're going to plug in our compounding intervals is going to be 4, so N equals 4, and our rate will be 0.09. So our A is our principal that we put in, 800 times 1 plus our rate, 0.09, divided by 4. And we're going to raise this to the N, which is 4, times our new T, which is 8. Right? So in my calculator, I'm going to start in the parentheses. I'm going to do 0.09 divided by 4. Leave it sitting in your calculator. Add 1. And I get out there 1.0225. And I'm going to raise that to the 32nd power. Right. Leave it sitting in your calculator. You're going to get 2.038 with some more digits. Just leave it sitting there and go ahead and multiply by 800. I'll write it just so you have a little bit. It is 2.038. Right. Multiply that by 800. Right, and I get 1630.4824. Alright, again, this is my A. To get the interest, I have to subtract off my initial amount that I put in, which I put in 800. So if I subtract 800, this will give me 830.48 will be to 2 places. This will give my interest.